So today we are going to talk about how you can come out from a low self-esteem and my life experience. So this video I'm going to divide into three. They are my life experience, causes and symptoms of low self-esteem, and bonus tools for how you can increase your self-esteem. These are the three things which we are going to discuss today. So I want to talk about my life experience. Self-esteem is something to be nurtured. It is something which starts from earlier life stage. When I was a KG student, from my LKG to second standard, I was a student who was not knowing how to read or write in English. I was a student who was not knowing ABCD completely. Can you believe that? Yes, I was such a shy student who was very afraid to talk with, even to my classmates or to my teachers. Always, the phase of mine I remember is that in my class I'll be sitting any of the corner, afraid to talk with people. Being afraid to talk with people. Class have been passed like that. My LKG have passed, my UKG have passed, and from LKG to second standard, when our exams comes, I used to copy the same question paper into my answer sheet and give it to the teachers. So I always get a 0 mark or even 1 or 2. This was my marks. Always this was my marks, which made me to feel so guilty and so awkward to talk with people. I was a student with a low confidence level. When I reached second standard, one day my English teacher, he was distributing our answer sheet. As usual, I got 0 mark. He called me loud in front of the whole class. He called out my name and he told me that nothing new, you got 0 as usual. And he told a sentence. He told that നിനക്ക് 0 മാർക്ക് ഇട്ട് തന്ന് എനിക്ക് മടുത്തു. എൻ്റെ വക ഇരിക്കട്ടെ നിനക്കൊരു മാർക്ക്. This was his sentence. I took that paper from his hand and I looked out to all my classmates. So frequent avoidance made myself very low to be a self-esteemed person. Next day, the same teacher came to our class and he informed the whole class that in our school there are 6 students who have learning disability, and in your class there is one student. I'll call out her name, and he called out my name, Salima Amir Ali. He called out my name and he made me stand in front of the whole class, and who, as I am a student who have learning disability, പഠന വൈകല്യമുള്ള ഒരു കുട്ടി എന്ന നിലയിൽ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ മൊത്തം എല്ലാവരുടെ മുമ്പിലും എന്നെ എണീറ്റ് നിർത്തിച്ചു. And he told that we'll inform to your parents have to come to that hospital. He took all 6 students in an auto to the hospital, and when I sit in front of the doctor asked me, where is your parent? That time my parent, they were late to reach to hospital. Doctor asked me, where is your parent? The sir, he told that ഈ കുട്ടിക്ക് പാരൻസ് ഒന്നും ഇല്ല, അത്ര വലിയ റെസ്പോൺസിബിലിറ്റി ഉള്ള പാരൻസ് ഒന്നല്ല ഈ കുട്ടിയുടേത്. I looked at his face without knowing what to answer to him. At the same time, I heard a sound from the back. My mom calls out that, ഉണ്ട്, ഞാനുണ്ട്. She was telling like that. And at that moment, I was like, I don't know how to express that feeling. At that moment, I was so much pressurized without knowing what to answer to him or to the doctor. But suddenly when I heard my mom's sound, it made me very happy. And all those tension made me get out of my mind. And that was the thing till my second standard. And till that date, I was not knowing to read or write in English. And I was not knowing Malayalam also. And coming year, my mom, she took me from that school and she admitted me to a Malayalam medium school. This was the turning point in my life. My classmates, they asked me, which school are you coming from? I told them, I'm coming from an English medium school, so and so called English medium school. And while hearing this, it made them also very happy. Gradually, it started getting me an attention in the school. As I came from an English medium school, they all are expecting from me to talk in English or to write in English. The days passed on. Suddenly, I realized that not only me, all my classmates, they also don't know to read or write in English. This made me very happy. I felt like Mukilla Rajithu Murimukkan Rajavu. There, I was very smart. opposite of what I was in my last school. Here you have to think what made me smart or what made me confident enough to speak with people or interact with people. It is the attention or recognition that is given to me by my teachers in that school, by the students in that class. Teacher plays an important role in nurturing a student life. So if any teacher is watching this video, I have a humble request for all of you. You have to be the reason for your student to tell tomorrow that the teacher was the reason I'm standing in this position. You have to be the reason for making out great person, great personality, or great individual. And we'll go back to our story. I have finished my 3rd standard from Malayalam medium school, and in the coming year, my mom again, she changed me the school to an English medium school. It's an ICSE syllabus. Here is the actual comedy begins. When I admitted to this ICSE school, as I have already gained a power to talk with people from my last school, that Malayalam medium school, I have earned that strength to talk with people and interact with people. I am now very confident. Even though I don't know English, I am very confident enough to talk with people. So when I admitted to the school, I knew 2 English sentences. That was 2 English sentence which I by hearted to talk with my classmates was, "What is your name?" "My name is Salima." You know how proud I am to say this now. The first day of that school, I entered into my class. My Uppa, he dropped me to the school. I entered to my class, 4th C. I entered into my class, 4th C of Greenwoods Public School. I entered into that class. I sat with one of my friend. I asked her, that eagerness in me is getting worse. I wanted to speak to someone so badly. So I asked to my friend, "What is your name?" She told her name and she asked me that question back. I told, "My name is Salima." And she started talking in English. I was completely silent. I don't know what to speak. Even I am not understanding what she speaks also. I was completely silent. But this time, feeling inside me was not to step backward. I was so eager to learn English. I wanted to speak English so badly. So I started observing how they... From that day onwards, my biggest aim was to learn how to speak in English fluently. So I started observing my friends. And one fine day, when all my friends were sharing food, one of my friend, she was giving her food to my another friend. When she gives her food, my friend who was taking that food, she told that, "I eat only little." And I observed that word. And the next day, when my friend shared food with me, I told her that, "I eat only little." And that day my friend was, "Oh, you are learning English. You started speaking English. Oh, this is quite good." That appreciation also made me so confident to speak English. And when that year completes, I completely started speaking in English. There was a lot of grammar mistake, even though now also it will be there. A lot of grammar mistake. We are not perfect enough to speak in English because our mother tongue is Malayalam, or some other native speakers will be there. We cannot, even if we want to speak like a native speakers, we have to work hard enough. The English is the language which is very difficult to learn. You have to be accepting that. There will be mistake, but start talking. If you have a desire enough inside you, you will learn English. You have to practice talking in English. Then only you will be talking English fluently. This was my life experience of being confident enough to talk with people. One of the causes of low self-esteem can be frequent punishment of your children. There are many children who are very hyperactive. Most of the parents see this method as more easier comparative to other. So dealing with your children with frequent punishment is not at all a good method, because this may lead to a worse condition. Instead, you can deal with them with a friendly manner, or talk with them, sort out their problem, or be positive to their situation. Try to know their situation and find solution for that. One may be frequent neglect, which was faced by me in my first school. You can understand in my life experience when I was frequently neglected in my first school, and I came out from that school and get into a Malayalam medium school where I got recognition and attention of people that made me completely changed from the person of shyness to a person with the confidence to speak with people. So frequent neglect of your children can lead to their confidence to get decreased. So when you get attention of people instead of neglect, you will be being a better part of yourself without knowing yourself. So don't neglect anyone, because you may be the reason of their failure to face people. So be nice to people, try to talk with them, try to make them out a good person. Harsh parental standard can also be a reason for your child's low self-esteem problem. You are being harsh to your child for each and everything when she or he may come and tell you or something. You being taken a decision which is very harsh, then they'll be very awkward, or they'll feel themselves very bad to tell you some problem which happens to them. Nowadays we can see many problem which is happening in and around us, which is caused due to lack of communication. If you develop a good communication in between you and your child, that will be a better thing which you can give to your child, a better gift, a better parental standard. In this point of time, I would like to thank to my parents, because if I'm talking in front of you today like this, they are the reason. They made me so confident enough to talk with people. They put me in a real situation where I can come out as a better person what I am. If I am being here to talk with you, that's because of my Uma and Upa. Thanks a lot for giving me that space to talk each and everything, whatever I feel inside. All of you should be like this. You should give a space to your children to talk whatever they feel. Chronic abuse. Chronic abuse can be anything like body shaming, or it can be anything related to abusing someone for their physique or mental statement. Never do that, because you don't know in what mental or physical state they are running around. So don't abuse anyone for any reason. Staying in a family or a group where people always put you down. Always surround by a people who are very positive. Never surround by people who gives you a negative vibe. So this also can put you in a low self-esteem. If you are with some stress or despair, that may also lead to a low self-esteem. For example, if you are going to write an exam and you are very stressed, you're bursting with the stress, this can be sought out by taking a good remedies for this, for taking some meditation or yoga practice. This all will make your mind calm and cool, will lead you to be a normal person. So practice meditation and yoga. These are the causes of low self-esteem. Now I'm going to explain some common symptoms of low self-esteem. Overthinking. Overthinking on some matter is sign of low self-esteem. If you get a matter, like if you have an exam tomorrow, again I'm getting only that example. If you have an exam tomorrow, you are thinking that whether the question will be tough, whether I can answer for the question. Even after you are studying everything properly, you are thinking that full of negative thoughts in your mind, whether that will happen or this will happen. Overtension. This is no need. Avoid overthinking of whatever matter comes. Just be cool and sit calm. And the second one was unable to trust your own opinion. If you tell some opinion for something, you are doubtful that whether that is right or wrong. Thinking on that, whether my opinion will be considered by them. When some situation comes and you want to tell opinion for that, just go ahead and say your opinion. Doesn't matter that whether that will be considerable or not. If you are wanted to say some opinion and that is expected by the other person also, just tell your opinion. By telling your opinion doesn't mean that it might be taken or not taken. So feel free to talk. Afraid to take challenges, being worried that you will overcome or not. If some challenges are coming in front of you, try to take the risk. Feel that yes, I can do it, rather than thinking that it's not going to work. Always be positive and go ahead. Everything will be possible if you wills for that. If there is a will, there is a way. Hard on yourself and lenient on others. Always thinking that I'm not good at anything. Always complaining yourself. Always feeling yourself with negative thoughts. And thinking that, oh, she is very good. Oh, she talks very good. Oh, her dress is very good. Always being good or good feelings to others and putting yourself very backward is also a sign of low self-esteem. Put yourself with good thoughts, good mind, and positive mind. Frequent anxiety and emotional turmoil. Always getting anxiety on a very small matter. Here, anxiety is a very different topic which is to be speak on. If you have a frequent anxiety problem, you have to see your psychology doctor. Separate treatment for that. And emotional turmoil means you are always approaching every situation with emotional attack. Always crying for whatever comes to you. Always trying to deal the situation with emotional thing. Not able to take the decisions bold and stand. Always dealing every situation with emotional attack. Stop doing that. Be stand and bold. We have discussed the common symptoms, and finally third one is how you can overcome low self-esteem problem. And the first one is surrounding with positive people. Always try to surround yourself with positive people who gives positive mind, positive thoughts and positive words. Putting yourself with positive people can mold you to be a confident person. As in case of mine, when I was in that in that first school, I was surrounded with a negative vibe, full of always criticizing me for each and everything, whatever I do, always telling me that you are not good for that, you are not good for this. So I was always in a corner of the classroom. But when I reached to the other school, always they given me that space to come out. They given me that space to show my talent in front of everyone. So always put yourself with a positive vibe people. Your life will be wonderful. Take responsibility for your action. If someone gives you some actions to be taken, take responsibility for that, so that you will be a person of accountable. You will be a person who is confident enough to deal with the situation. So always responsible for what you do, not for what others do. Okay. And the other thing which can make you a confident person is helping others. Helping mentality can make you so strong. The feeling of good in yourself that you have did something great to others. I have given something and that made their day. That feeling, that good feeling in you makes you feel that you are something great. So always try to help others. Deep connection with loved ones. If you have a good family, if you have good friends, try to keep contact with them, try to speak with them. Always try out to be connected with your loved ones. That also make you a confident person. Putting yourself with people around you, good and positive vibe people around you, makes a confident and a great person. It helps you to be a better personality. Learn to say no. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Always, whenever a situation comes where you have to say no, say no. Not like there are some people who can't say no directly. If some situation comes, they'll be like, if they wanted to say no from inside, but with that feel of what they'll think, you might be end up saying yes, no. No will be the answer. Okay, so try to say no wherever you have to be no. Last but not least, grant yourself permission to make mistake and see that opportunity to be a better person. Here our video comes to an end. If you like my video, please subscribe, share and like.